Hey everybody, this is Lorelia, and today I am doing a video on a comment that I got on one of my videos, and it's really a continuation of a conversation that I was having about payday loans and title loans and how it keeps people in financial bondage. So today is Independence Day, 4th of July here in the U.S. Most people know of this holiday is the day that America was basically fought for their freedom from the British. And I thought about, people are out celebrating and they know that today is Independence Day and it represents freedom. And I haven't been out yet. I'm on my way out, but before I go out, I want to do this video. So basically the comment was regarding, there should be an easier way for low-income people to be able to loan money without being preyed on. And of course the wording wasn't just like that, but I understand the gist of what was being asked. It should be another way that low-income people should be able to borrow money without being preyed on with title loans and payday loans. And, my response was pretty much that would be perfect. In a perfect world, that would be ideal. But unfortunately, and I've said this in many videos, the illiteracy, the financial illiteracy of people is more value to those who give money to a low class or working class population of people that depends on that loan. What do I mean in a nutshell? Financial ignorance is $1 billion industry. More money will be made to give these loans out to people in the 38 states that I talked about, that I outlined in the blog post that I did. More money will be made giving these people loans as opposed to teaching people how they could basically create assets that would generate income, and that they wouldn't have to rely on the means of payday loans. Because in a nutshell, pretty much, many individuals who rely on payday loans, title loans, it's I'm going to be honest, it's not a money problem. See, many people, that's the surface idea, the surface, of idea of why people think that they need payday loans. They think it's because, well, I don't have money right now, and so let me get a payday loan, a title loan, to be able to get me, or should I say, help me out while I'm in this tight space. But it's much deeper than that, because many of us have not been taught the essentials, the principles of financial literacy. We have been taught to work for income. And I totally get it. I mean, all of us will not be business owners. But many of us have to learn how we can take the income that we are earning from a job and not create liabilities for ourselves. And for those who are not accountants, I know that there's some language that I'm using right now, which is liabilities. And another word that I want to use is assets. See, many of us have not been taught how to create an asset that can generate us income. We haven't been taught that. Most of us have been indoctrinated, whether it was from school, whether it was from our family, that you need to work for income, create liabilities for yourself, and also have expenses. And so the asset thing begins to be taboo. You're not sure what it is. You're not sure how to create it. You kind of know a surface idea of what it is because, you may have been told, okay, well, get a home. Your home is your asset. And I always tell people your home is not your asset, because if it's your primary home and you have to make a mortgage note and there's nobody who's giving you money to live there, then that's a liability, because money that's paid out are expenses and they become liabilities for you. It's money that comes in that brings in income for us. And unfortunately, many of us only know income that you work for. Many people do not know that there are all types of ways that you can generate income without working a job. And that's why I tell people that if you understand how money works, you understand how a balance sheet works, because balance sheets and income statements do not just relate to a business. Like I said, I may be talking about some terms that most people don't understand if you're not an accountant. We have our own personal financial statements, whether you know it or not. And most of us who and when I say us, I'm including myself in it, because I don't want to make it seem like I'm just talking at people. So even though I've never had a payday loan or a title loan, I'm going to include myself as us. When we decide to get a payday loan or a title loan, we have only been taught work for income, pay out expenses. Work for income, create liabilities that of course become expenses. That's all we know. And so we're on this ongoing cycle of, as many people say, chasing our tail. That's what we're doing. We're just constantly chasing our tail. And so what happens is that if you don't have no other money coming in besides that job, and then you know that, okay, I need that job paycheck is what sustains me, then when you get into that tight pinch, that's what you have to rely on. And so you look at other means. But if you had assets that was producing the income along with the job that you had, then you no longer will be depending on payday loans and title loans. And so I know I said enough. I'm really I think almost at 7 minutes. So what is my point? Are you truly free? You know, if any of the topics that I just discussed right now, talking about the cycle of income, the cycle of ending, you know, and relieving yourself of financial bondage, if you don't know any of the terms that I just mention to you, or don't even know where to start to be able to create a lifestyle where you don't have to depend on title loans and payday loans, then you truly aren't free. You truly aren't independent. And so you have to get on the road of recovery to learn this. I had to. Even though I've never got a payday loan, I've never got a title loan, but there was a time in my life where I didn't know how to create an asset that can generate me money. I didn't know. I really thought that if you need money, you work. And when you work that job, it creates income for you. I didn't know that there were so many other ways that you can produce income for yourself without having to physically rely on a job. So that is my point for today. Like I said, in a perfect world, that would be great for individuals to live financially free and nobody will prey on you. But unfortunately, that's not the world. And we know every day there are institutions, people who are preying on you if you do not have access to information or you're not seeking information. Because the information is there. It's just the ability to be able to take it, implement it, and do something with it. Because if not, you will always be in that constant cycle of wondering, well, woe is me, why is this happening? I'm a low-income person and this shouldn't happen. And unfortunately, that's not the world. So, this is Lorelia. I look forward to talking to you in the next video. And like I said, have a great holiday and happy 4th of July to you. Bye-bye.